previous topic we have learned regarding the use of microbes to produce different kinds of products. Now you know that microbes are useful for the production of different kinds of products, like they are used in dairy industry to produce different kinds of dairy products. Then they are used in alcohol industry for the production of alcohol. Then microbes are also used in the production of different kinds of enzymes, then vitamins, as well as different kinds of medicines like antibiotics, and they are also used in the treatment of sewage. So in this session of chapter number 11, that is enhancement of food production, we are going to learn regarding the role of microbes in energy production. You know that there are non-renewable and renewable energy sources. Non-renewable are those which cannot be renewed, or their recycling time is long, and renewable means they can be quickly renewed, and they are also called as non-conventional energy sources. Like renewable energy sources are solar energy, then wind energy, then tidal energy. So these are the renewable non-conventional energy sources. So microbes are used in the energy production, that means they are used in the production of biogas. So biogas is a renewable non-conventional energy source because it can be easily prepared, and it can be prepared from different kinds of raw materials. Then biogas is produced by the process of microbial fermentation. Now you know that fermentation is a process in which chemical changes are being brought in organic substrate by the action of enzymes secreted by microorganisms, and useful products are produced. So biogas is produced by the process of fermentation by using microbes. Now biogas is used in different developing countries as a source of energy. Now biogas is used for lighting, then it is used for cooking, and it is also used in small scale industry. And biogas is a mixture of methane. It is about 50 to 60%. Then carbon dioxide is 30 to 40%. Then H2S or hydrogen sulfide is 0 to 3%. And other gases are in traces. And these are carbon monoxide, nitrogen, and hydrogen. So biogas is a mixture of these gases and is used as a renewable non-conventional energy source and obtained by the process of fermentation. Then the raw material used for the production of biogas may be plant waste. Plant waste means the leaves, then different kinds of small branches can be used as plant waste for the production of biogas. Then animal waste. Then domestic waste, that means the remains of different kinds of vegetables. So this waste can be used for the production of biogas. Then agricultural waste, then industrial waste. Now industrial waste means different byproducts of the industries can be used for the production of biogas. Then municipal waste, as well as the common raw material used for the production of biogas is cattle dung. So these are the different kinds of raw materials used for the production of biogas. Now we will see the production of biogas. Now biogas is produced in a biogas plant, or it is called as digester. There are different models commonly used. They are KVIC model, then IA, RI models are commonly used for the production of biogas. So here is the diagram of biogas plant. Now here is the inlet tank. Now inlet tank is also called as charge pit. From this inlet tank, cow dung or dung plus water is mixed in equal proportion and it is passed inside this tank. It is called as digester. Then above the digester, a floating tank is present. It is called as gas holder. Now this digester has an outlet to remove the digested sludge or the waste material which is produced after the production of biogas is released from this outlet, and this waste material is called as sludge. So dung plus water is mixed and the mixture is called as a slurry, and this slurry is added inside this digester. Now here we can see the outlet pipe to draw the gas. Outlet pipe is present, and in this digester the anaerobic fermentation occurs. Now anaerobic process occurs with the help of anaerobic bacteria, and it occurs in 3 steps. Now the first step is hydrolysis. That means this raw material is converted, or the raw material is called as substrate, and it is converted by the action of bacteria, Clostridium or Pseudomonas, and this substrate is converted into the products like proteins, then amino acids, lipids, fatty acids and sugars. So this process of conversion of complex material into simpler form is called as hydrolysis. Then the simple organic material is further converted into formic acid and acetic acid by the action of bacteria called as acidogenic bacteria, and the process is called as acidogenesis. So in acidogenesis, the simple organic material is converted into formic acid, then acetic acid, and hydrogen and carbon dioxide are released. So this is carried with the help of acidogenic bacteria. Then the further conversion of formic acid and acetic acid into different products is carried with the help of methanogenic bacteria, and the process is called as methanogenesis. So in methanogenesis, bacteria like Methanococcus and methanobacteria convert this acetic acid. Now acetic acid is initially converted into methane and carbon dioxide is released. Then formic acid, that is HCOOH, is converted into methane, then carbon dioxide is released and water is produced. So acetic acid as well as formic acid are converted into methane. Then the next reaction is that carbon dioxide plus hydrogen also produces methane and water. So in this way, the 3 steps in the production of biogas occurs. That means here we can see that dung plus water, that is called as slurry, is added through the charge pit inside the digester, and inside this digester the 3 steps occurs. Now the 3 steps are hydrolysis, that is conversion of complex organic substances into simpler form. Then this simpler organic material is converted into formic acid and acetic acid. Then hydrogen and CO2 is released by the action of acidogenic bacteria, and the process is called as acidogenesis. Then these acids, that is formic acid and acetic acid, that is acetic acid and formic acid, are converted into methane. So after the formation of this gas, that is biogas, it gets accumulated in this gas holder, and here a cock is present, and accordingly or according to the need, the gas is utilized, and the digested raw material is removed through this outlet, and the digested raw material is called as sludge. This sludge can be used for adding to the soil so that it increase the fertility of soil. So the sludge can be used as a fertilizer. So in this way biogas is produced in a biogas plant. Now we will see regarding the benefits of biogas. Now biogas is cheap, that means it requires low cost for its production. Then it is easy to store and it can be easily transported to different places. Then biogas is used for lighting and cooking purpose, as well as it can be used in small scale industries. Then biogas burns with blue flame and it is without smoke, hence it does not cause pollution, or it is a non-polluting gas. Then the sludge which is removed after the process of fermentation is used as a fertilizer to increase the fertility of the soil. So here we have seen the role of microbes in the production of energy or production of biogas.